Hey YouTube, it's Martin from the channel Budget Bugout, and in this video I am excited to unveil the contents that are inside of my Bugout bag. So without getting too far into the weeds, I wanted to just basically build a bag that is only going to take up a very small amount of space in my vehicle. That way I can continue to do the tasks that I need to do on a day-to-day basis. But if the worst case scenario did happen and the crap hit the fan, this bag is going to be able to help me get out of that situation. So don't go away, stay tuned, I'll be showing you guys what's inside. Alright guys, so I have the bag in front of me. You can see how this does not take up a lot of space. So let's go ahead and dive right in. I'm starting with this side pocket. So you can see we have a small little fishing kit here, as well as some lures. We also have duct tape, and we have a tiny survival guide, which has a Fresnel lens inside of it to help start a fire in direct sunlight. We also have a tiny survival guide, and both of those items are from Ultimate Survival Tips. The last few items that we have are a compass, a whistle to get people's attention that you need help, and then lastly we have a signal mirror, which can be used to shine sunlight towards a target to kind of signal for help. So these are all the items that are inside this side pocket. Okay, now continuing on the other side, we have a bandana, and this bandana is from Wazoo Survival, and it has a bunch of different plants that are edible listed on it. We also have a buff, so this is going to be great for signaling during the day. It's nice, bright, and orange, but it can also keep the sun off of your neck or off of your head, face, or wherever it is that you want to place that. We also have these waterproof socks I got from a battle box. And then I think the last thing that we have is a USB charging cable, and I'll show you why I have that here shortly. So now that we've covered on everything that's on the outside, let's go ahead and get to the meat and potatoes of this bag. Okay, so I went ahead and opened up the main compartment of this bag, and I'll just kind of go from top to bottom. So up here at the top of the bag, you can see we have, this is a multi-tool. It's kind of like a Swiss Army knife. It's from Boker, I don't remember the name of it, but it's got a lot of cool things on it, including pliers, as well as a saw, and of course it has a folding knife as well. It also has an awl, and attached to it I have a micro USB rechargeable O-light flashlight. And speaking of micro USB rechargeable items, this is from BioLite, and it's not only a flashlight with a bunch of different modes, as well as if you look right here, you can see that it can not only be recharged with the micro USB port, but also it can be used as a power bank as well. But this is a first aid trauma kit. It not only has a tourniquet, but it has a full supply of first aid items. I'm not going to get into it too much, but you're just going to have to take my word for it. So let me go ahead and move some of those items we already talked about and cover some of the other items at the top of the bag. So for morale, we have some playing cards. So not only can you pass the time and boost your morale, but you can also learn a thing or two. Also, we have this item, and I think that is self-explanatory. It's toilet paper. So moving along, we also have more toilet paper, as well as a Mylar blanket, just an emergency blanket, just in case I have someone with me and they can't use this. This is a Poncho. It's nice, bright, and orange, so it could be easy to be seen. We also have this shelter, which you can set up or just wrap around you if need be. Moving on to the water purifier tablet. So if you get a container, you can purify water. And then we also have this Life straw filter, and we also have these packets, and these you can purify water in naturally as well. All right, other items we have is this basically this little shovel, and this is very useful for anyone who's gone camping. You know how useful a shovel can be. Also for food purposes, we have some red beans and rice, as well as a fork and spoon, and this has got that serrated edge on the side. Another tool that's very useful is, of course, a knife. and this is from Hess. And what I really like is that it not only has a knife blade, but also a bottle opener, as well as a pry bar. So very, very useful tool. And inside of the sheath, I also have a sharpener as well. So moving along, from Gerber, we have this folding saw. And then we also have this pocket field guide. This is from Krieg. He's the one who runs the Apocalypse subscription service. Another knife that I have here, and this is from Mora Knives, and we have a ferrocerium rod that comes with it as well. So basically you can use the spine of this, and basically you can use the spine of this to be able to start a fire, that with the ferrocerium rod. So you can throw this around your neck right off the bat. Not to mention, so you can just throw this around your neck right off the bat and be able to, if worst case scenario, you have a knife and a fire starter with you. Continuing along, talking about more fire starters, we have an Esbit stove and 4 fuel tabs, so you can put a container right on top of this and boil water. Speaking of which, let me go ahead and pull this out. This is from Solo Stove. I highly recommend them. And not only do we have a container to boil water in, but, and you can see that I have used this, but on the inside, we have more fire starters. As well as the location of what you can place the stove on. So if you take out more of these fire starters, you can see I have a lot of them. Basically you take wood and you can put them on the inside right here. And then that wood is going to concentrate the flame, and then you simply put the Solo Stove right on top, and then you're going to be able to boil water and be able to stay hydrated in a worst case scenario. So very cool. Okay, and then the last item in the main compartment that we have is this Paracord wrapped bundle, and on the inside of this we have a poncho. Now this poncho is actually really cool. So not only is it really soft, so that way I can maybe even use this as a pillow so I can get a good night's rest. In combination with this survival blanket, I can also wear it to stay dry, and also this one has special lined pockets so that you can actually stuff leaves and such as an extra layer of warmth. Because one of the fastest ways that you can perish in the great outdoors is hypothermia. So having a versatile poncho is very important. Okay, so that is everything that's inside of my Bugout bag. Hopefully you found this video helpful, and if that's the case, please click the like button. And my goal for this video was to show you guys gear that you can incorporate into your own survival kits. So if that's the case, you want to learn more information about any of these items, be sure to check out the links in the description box down below. And of course, let me know in the comment section down below which pieces of gear that you put inside of your own survival kits. One last thing I wanted to mention is that bugging out can be expensive. So be sure that every month that goes by, you're buying either a new piece of gear or replacing a piece of gear and upgrading it. So that way you are prepared for a worst case scenario, because the last thing that you want to do is have to rely on something that's cheap when your life depends on it. Anyways guys, just remember, it pays to be prepared. God bless.